Did you know that there are 3 distinct types of rental property owners? You've probably heard the terms intentional investor and accidental landlord before. But in our annual surveys of small portfolio rental owners, Buildium has discovered a 3rd category that we call unintentional investors. In this episode of The Lookout, we'll go through each of the 3 types of rental property owners and explore how property managers can best meet their needs. First up, we have intentional investors who purchased a rental property as an investment from the start. This group represents 51% of rental owners in the market today. Intentional investors vary widely in their degree of expertise, as well as their desire to be involved in decisions regarding their rental properties. Some hire a property manager because they like to stay focused on acquiring new properties rather than day-to-day operations. Others are more interested in enhancing the profitability of their current properties. For each intentional investor you work with, be sure to find out how they define success so you know where to focus your efforts. And also make sure to hammer out which types of decisions they'd like to be involved in versus those they'd prefer you to handle on your own. Next up, we have accidental landlords who fell into rental property ownership due to circumstance and don't consider themselves investors. This group represents 27% of today's rental owners. There are 2 main things to keep in mind when you're working with accidental landlords. One is that most don't live near their rental properties, so it's critical that their property manager gives them peace of mind knowing their property is in good hands. Second, they often have an emotional connection to their property, whether it's a home they used to live in or one that they inherited. But it may also represent their retirement. And so it's critical for property managers to balance empathy and practicality when managing accidental landlords' properties. Last, we have unintentional investors. Similar to accidental landlords, they also fell into rental property ownership due to circumstance. However, they now consider themselves investors. 22% of rental owners currently identify as unintentional investors. When working with this group, you can prove your value by seeking to understand their goals for their properties, as well as their level of expertise. Some will want to get resident-related issues off their plate so they can focus on acquiring new properties. Others might feel comfortable managing some day-to-day operations at their rentals, but look to you as an expert in running their properties legally and profitably. Unintentional investors are eager to learn from your expertise, so help them stay on top of the areas where they're still learning the ropes. Interested in learning more about what today's rental owners look for in a property manager? It's the subject of an entire section of Buildium's 2024 Property Management Industry Report. Download your free copy to stay on top of this and other trends in the rental market. The link is in the description. That's all for now.